This Emergency Security Council meeting amplified the disconnect we saw on Monday when images of celebrations around the opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem were juxtaposed against scenes of deadly clashes on the Gaza-Israel border. That same disconnect pervaded the Security Council on Tuesday.
What would your countries do? Would they accept that the Security Council remain paralysed, doing nothing in the face of these crimes and massacres, which are organised by the cowardly Israeli Occupation Authority, which is hiding in the hills some 1 kilometre away from the civilians in Gaza?
The divide again pit Israel and the United States against the rest of the Security Council, with U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley saying those who suggest the bloodshed were tied to the opening of the embassy in Jerusalem was sorely mistaken.
But let's remember that the Hamas terrorist organization has been inciting violence for years, long before the United States decided to move our embassy. No country in this chamber would act with more restraint than Israel has.
First, they incite people to violence. Then they place as many civilians as possible, including women and children, in the line of fire to maximize civilian casualties. Then they blame Israel, and then they come here to complain to the UN.
Other Security Council members decried the Gaza violence and questioned the Israeli response. China expressed serious concern about Israel's use of force and stressed that the final status of Jerusalem should be settled through negotiations, while the United Kingdom delivered a unified message on behalf of European Union members on the Security Council.
While recognizing the right to protect its borders, we expect Israel to respect the fundamental right to peaceful protest and the principle of proportionality in the use of force when defending its legitimate security interests.
The U.S. had reportedly earlier blocked a draft statement calling for an investigation into the Gaza violence, as it had done with a similar resolution in April. Along with its controversial decision to relocate its embassy to Jerusalem, the concern here is that the U.S. has now become a bigger part of the problem rather than the solution. Li Ling Tan, CGTN, New York.